There you go, use your muscles.
That is.
Good day everyone, GarageKing here, and on today's video we are going to change the rear differential fluid in the Lexus IS250. You can see here if you have an IS250 you need just over a liter, and if you have an IS350 you need almost 1.5 liters. And we are going to use Toyota genuine differential gear oil, 75 weight 85. Make sure you have a can opener because the stuff comes in, it looks like a tomato juice can, but it's not a tomato juice can. Here's a shot of what it actually comes in if you're buying the Toyota fluid. Now I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. I'm going to hop in and out of the voice overlay because I'm actually teaching my son how to do the job. So here we have the drain plug. It's on the lower part of the differential. And here we have the fill plug. So we're going to want to make sure that we can unloosen the fill plug first before we even start the job.
There, try that now. That's in pretty good. Make sure your tool's on off. There you go.
I mean, it feels in there.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's in. Give her a good pull. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna break it. Like I'm scared of my...
Let's try it again. There you go, you got her.
Damn, this snap-on is good, man. It will not break.
So there, it's loosened. Okay, so that's good. So now let's pull the tool out. Now we can do the drain plug. So pull the ratchet off first. Now you might have to use a hammer to tap this thing out. Yeah, let's get this here. See, just on top like that. You know, just watch yourself. Good thing you got your goggles on. Use the other end of the hammer if you want. The flat end. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. So that's a drain plug. Now we're going to go on the bottom.
Is it able to spin with... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can spin it by hand now. So now there's the bottom one. So we got to do the same thing. You got to tap that socket in. Make sure it's nice and tight. So yeah, put it in like there. So I can still see the silver part. See right around there?
You want to kind of get it in the...
Yeah, so it's not deep enough. It's going to strip. There you go. It's going in a little bit more. There, it just bottomed, and you could hear the difference in the tone.
Oh, yeah.
So we know it's just bottomed. Good. So now we've got to get the ratchet on and give it a good pull. Now, don't want to do it all the way. We're going to get covered in fluid. But just to loosen it, and then we can take it out by hand. We can get the drain plug under there. There you go. Use your muscles. There.
That is... There.
There you go. It's loose. So now pull the ratchet off and use a hammer to get the socket back out. Yeah, and then you can use it on the other side. You can bang back and forth a little bit. There you go. Yeah, see it's moving? Now go back the other way. There you go. Now let's go get our drain plug.
Okay. Or
drain pan. So now undo it with your hand. And just don't drop it, or try not to.
I don't want to go fishing today.
No fishing today. There you go.
Look at that. Wow.
It's actually not too bad dirty. Or not that bad.
What's it supposed to look like? Still yellow?
Nah, it should be darker. So this is actually pretty good. I'm quite impressed.
Now normally in differential fluids, a lot of times when you change them when they're dirty, the stuff comes out gray looking, so I'm actually quite impressed.
See that magnet? We're going to have to wipe that magnet. See that magnet you got
around
there?
Here? Or
the
here?
one in your hands. It's a magnet on the end. Look at all that.
That's built up residue, right?
It's all steel.
Oh, wow.
Tiny steel particles.
So here you can see, here's a close-up of the magnet on the end of the fill or drain bolt, and you can see all of the particles of steel. So the magnet actually does a really good job at catching everything. So thankfully Toyota put a magnet in, because you know what, it does really make a difference in this job. Just give it a wipe here, give it a little bit of a clean, and you can see just how much comes off. So all of that steel would be in the gears, and instead of being in the gears, it's not. It's just on the magnet head. So that is awesome. So now it's time to pull out the contraption I built for pumping fluid underneath cars, and we will open up our Toyota fluid, and we are just going to put some in here. Now, you guys don't have to do this. I'm doing sort of an extra step. What I'm doing right here is I'm just going to put some extra fluid in it, because we do have a little bit extra. I know we're going to have extra. And what we're doing is we're just filling it up a little bit, and then we're going to run the vehicle. And what that's going to do is it's going to sort of swoosh everything around, and then if there's any extra particles or stuff like that I can just, the magnet can pick up, then maybe we can just get a better cleaning out of it. So it's kind of like just flushing something twice. So that's really all I'm doing. You don't have to do this part at all, but it's just something I wanted to do because I knew we had a little bit extra fluid, and you know, it just makes for a little bit better job. But anyway, that's why I'm doing this extra step.
Yeah, it looks better than before, but look at on the tip of the magnet, there's going to be stuff.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So the fluid came out perfectly clean, but the magnet did catch a little bit more.
Perfect. Give it a good wipe. And then we'll snug it up with the tool. Probably good.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yep.
And now we're just going to use my homemade pump to pump the fluid back into the differential.
All right, give her a crank.
This is the right way, right?
No, the other way.
And you can see my homemade pump did an excellent job of making sure we didn't get messy underneath the vehicle.
And that's it. Pull that out. That's a full liter. Let's pull that out and see. The manual says it takes just over a liter.
So here I'm going to actually show you how to just check the fluid, because maybe you're not even doing this job and you just want to check your rear differential fluid level. So with one knuckle, if you can touch fluid with your finger, then you know you got enough. And in this case, I couldn't. So my finger was still dry, so we got to add a little bit more.
Crank it in till it overflows.
So it's gonna start spilling out.
Yep.
But do we want it to spill out all over the
Yeah,
bowl?
we want it to be full, that's for sure.
And then when it overflows, I just quickly grab the plug and...
Yeah, we'll wait till it sort of stops dripping a bit. There you go. You can see it starting to come out.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's good. So let it go back in the jug. There we go. Now you can just pull it out. Some will come out. There we go. There, and once it stops, we'll just put the plug in.
But probably around now, so it'll probably drip all day.
No, well this won't drip all day.
This won't drip?
No. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good, I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
Hold the socket with your finger so it doesn't turn when you turn the ratchet. There. See till it tightens up? Yeah.
There, that's probably
All right.
tight enough.
Okay, so what tools do you need to change the rear differential fluid in your Lexus? Well, if it's an IS250, you need a 10 mil hex key, but they get pretty rusty, as you saw. It wouldn't go in. So what I use is a 3/8. Now 3/8 is slightly smaller than a 10 millimeter, so that's why I used a 3/8. And you saw I even used a hammer to tap it in, so that was okay. And then you just need a ratchet, that's it. And obviously you need some way to be able to fill it back up. So whether that's a pump or like that machine contraption that I used, whichever. But anyway, thanks for joining me this week. Hope to see you next week.